If you know anything about me, you know that I am a die-hard Periscope user, but unfortunately, when the app came out about a year ago, I had a Galaxy, so I wasn't able to download the app. Now, Busker just came out for the iPhone, and so I wanted to experience what it was like using a brand new live streaming platform in the early stages. So stay tuned and I'll give you my first impression. When I first downloaded Busker, what I thought was, wow, it looks a lot prettier than Periscope. When you download Periscope, you'll see a map, you'll see a list of the people that you're following, but the graphics on Busker look a lot better. They have large thumbnails of people that you can discover, they have scheduled broadcasts, and they also have a curated list about top 5 people in different categories. So if you're interested in business or you're interested in technology, you can search that top 5 list and find people that would be interesting to you. So I really like that feature. Also, I was able to immediately log in with Twitter, which allowed Busker to follow my Twitter followers who've also downloaded the Busker app. So I thought that was a very nice touch. In Periscope, you have to do it manually, and the fact that they just went ahead and did it for me was really, really nice. But now let's talk about going live on Busker. When you go live, the one thing that I immediately felt sort of ripped off about was the fact that I couldn't engage in the same way I could on Periscope. On Periscope, I love tapping the screen and showing people that I enjoy their content as I'm watching it. But on Busker, once I give you a heart and tell you that I like it, there's no more hearts to be given. Like, that's it. You get one shot. And so you really spend your time watching the content, only being able to interact by commenting. And if I'm listening to you in my car or I'm listening to you while I'm cooking or whatever, now there's just no engagement whatsoever. And so I feel like as a broadcaster, there's less for me to participate in. With Periscope, people are way more apt to give you hearts, and even if they aren't saying anything, you at least know people are watching. So that's one thing that I definitely prefer in the Periscope platform. Now, you can tip people while you watched, and so I tried doing that by watching Thomas go live on the work cell phone. Now, tipping's pretty easy, but one thing that they need to make sure they tell people is you can't just tip from having your PayPal account linked. You have to top up your account. So you have to put money in the Busker platform in order to be able to tip. So say you load in $5 and you want to tip $1, it's going to take 1 away from the 5 you loaded in. They didn't really do a good job of explaining that. So if I had known that before I started that broadcast, I would have loaded in money in my account. So I think they need to do a better job of educating the people on this platform so they know how to give money so that they're way more apt to actually do it. The last feeling was that they had a purchase button, but it wasn't active. Like you couldn't do anything with it, but you could see that it's either coming or potentially broken. So I think that if this is something that they're going to slowly roll out, again, educate your audience. When you go right now at the time this video is being filmed and you Google Busker, you don't find very much information. You don't find press releases. You don't find a demo video. You don't find reviews. The only reviews that I could find were directly in the App Store itself. So I feel like if they want to compete with a giant like Periscope, their PR and marketing team needs to get their butt in gear because there's a lot of people who need to be educated. Also, you're changing a different mindset. People are used to watching something and then being funneled somewhere else. They're not used to taking action with their money while they're consuming content. So that learning curve, I feel like they really need to take that seriously because I don't think personally it's going to catch on unless they do that, unless they show people the value of being able to do that. So overall, I think I'll use Busker simply because I would be an early adopter and I missed that opportunity on Periscope, but I'm still going to invest in my community there because it's directly linked with Twitter. It has about 30 million users right now, and Busker is just creeping along. So until it gets closer to competing with Periscope, I definitely won't take that out of my strategy. So what do you think? Would you use Busker? Are you going to keep using Periscope, or would you use them both? I would love to know. Respond in the comments and let me know how you feel about that. Feel free to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you want more information about Busker from me, you can check out my related videos. View other people's scopes. Discover them. They're not scopes. Periscope. They're broadcasts. Yeah. Pardon me.